If you're a business owner and you're managing a business that's growing either at a steady rate or very rapidly, you want to make sure you pay attention to this video because we're going to dive into why you want to make sure your finances are organized. Now, first, let's kind of talk about who I am for those of you who may not know. My name is Devon Howard. I'm an owner of an online accounting firm called D. Howard and Associates, and we specialize in bookkeeping, taxes, and startup consulting. So I really have a heart to serve business owners, especially startups, because I know what it's like to start a business. I started one of my own a few years ago, and it was a journey for sure, but I wouldn't be where I'm at today if I just didn't take that first step. So I encourage anybody first, if you're not a business owner yet, become one, just start one. But for those business owners who are watching this video, let's talk about two of my favorite things to talk about, and that is bookkeeping and taxes, right? So they go hand in hand. Bookkeeping and taxes really are like yin and yang, peanut butter and jelly, two peas in a pod, dynamic duo, if you will. So why are we talking about things that may not seem the best or most entertaining things to talk about? It's because if you're a business owner, that's really what's going to save your business. And that's also going to open up more opportunities for you and your business. So I like to dive into bookkeeping first because I feel like bookkeeping is slept on. People kind of look at it like it's a simple service they could simply do for themselves, especially if they're a solopreneur. And I get it, especially when you're just starting out. You feel like you have all the time in the world to do your own books. It may take you a couple minutes a day or a week, but you want to make sure you have a plan in place for when your business grows even more, especially for those who found quick success over time, whether it took you a couple years or even less than a year to scale your business. That is something that still is pretty new. A lot of people may look at successful business owners now and say that, oh, wow, they just scaled very quickly. And that's because it's an opportunity that anybody has access to, whether you are in the digital marketing space, SMMA, you have an e-com store, or you have a personal brand. You could have a personal brand be the reason why your business grows, and that's why you have some rapid exponential growth. But whatever the reason why your business is growing, you want to make sure you have a financial system in place to keep track of your income and expenses. Now, when it comes to bookkeeping, you have bank reconciliations. That's just matching up what's in your bank with your accounting software, just making sure that your accounting software is up to date and it matches what comes from your bank and credit card accounts. This gets to be something that you could do on a monthly basis usually. So by the end of the month, when you get your bank statements, it's just going onto your QuickBooks, Xero, FreshBooks, whatever your accounting software is, and just making sure they match. But it's not just making sure the numbers match. You want to make sure the actual categories of your income and expenses match as well. So whatever way of tracking your payments that you received and whatever way of tracking what your expenses were, you want to make sure you have something in place to match up with what's reporting in your bank. So this could be matching up your travel expenses, matching up your client meals, matching up your materials and supplies, matching up your contract labor, and whatever business expenses you have. You want to make sure you have something in place that is managing, of course, your finances in an orderly way, but also making sure that it's accurate, okay? So it's not just making sure the numbers match, but also the categories match too. And this may take some time, even if you have a couple transactions a month, for you to know exactly what to categorize your expenses as is something important when it comes to reconciliations. So say that everything works out and everything matches, great. The next step to do is to get your financial reports. Now, I like to say the three main financial reports for a lot of startups out there, and even, business owners who have been around for a minute managing their businesses for years. But the top three I like to, focus on are the balance sheet, the profit and loss statement, and the statement of cash flows. So balance sheet, profit and loss statement, and cash flow statement. Those really are the top three that's going to give you a great snapshot of how your business is performing. Not just, how much you made and how much you paid, but also exactly what your business is looking like in a healthy perspective, whether you have enough money to make investments, whether you need to cut back on expenses, whether you need to, cut back on some staff and make these tough business decisions that really wouldn't be possible if you didn't know your numbers. So that's why I like to say bookkeeping is so important. It may seem so simple, but if you don't have a system in place that's helping you get your reconciliations, get your financial reports, and also show you exactly what your business is doing from a financial point of view, then you might be struggling in the near future if you aren't right now. But that's okay. That's why I'm here. That's why I like to, bring awareness to bookkeeping. But once you have your financial reports generated, then tax season. Tax season is coming. It's around the corner, depending on when you're watching this video. But anytime you are coming about your taxes and going about how to file, you want to make sure you have those financial reports ready. This will cut a lot of time when you do file your taxes. Whether you're a sole proprietor or single member LLC and you are reporting your business profit and loss on your Schedule C, or if you're in a partnership and you're reporting that information on the Form 1065, or a C corporation reporting on the Form 1120, or S corporation reporting on the Form 1120S. It doesn't matter which form you're reporting on. When you have those financial reports, that's going to make it a lot easier for you to show exactly how much you made and how much you spent. And this is very important because if you don't know these numbers, it gets to be a lot. You might be, paying more in taxes than you need to be because you don't know exactly what you paid. So that's where the categorization comes into place when it comes about time to reconcile your accounts on your accounting software. And then that's why you want to have financial reports that are accurate. So this is why bookkeeping and taxes go hand in hand. It's really something every business owner needs in place. And I can't stress it enough. Obviously, I like to talk about this or I wouldn't be talking about it, but it's something that is very beneficial whether you are operating a business and it just started, whether you've been in the game for a minute, whether you're in the US or overseas. You want to have some type of accounting system in place to make sure you know exactly what your income and expenses are looking like. Okay, so write that down, make sure you got it, review it, because that's really something that I feel like a lot of business owners may struggle with, especially for simple businesses. We have the internet where we're able to have online businesses, and it does seem pretty simple, but you want to have something in place for when that exponential growth happens. Okay, it could happen tomorrow, could happen in the next 5 years. But it's going to happen, especially if you're consistent with your business. So you want to have something in place that manages both your bookkeeping and taxes properly. My next point, what I like to talk about now that we know the importance of bookkeeping and taxes and how they're truly the dynamic duo, is working with an accountant, okay? So before we dive into that, I also want to talk a little bit more about taxes. So taxes, do not be afraid of that word. I know a lot of people have a negative connotation when it comes to taxes, but taxes are your friend. Taxes can be a friend of yours if you know how to play the game properly. Okay, so the tax code over here in the US is going to pay a lot of benefits to business owners and investors. Okay, but how you can also make sure that this is going to be beneficial to you and your business is by knowing exactly what your numbers are. Okay, so once you put the numbers that are from your accurate financial reports on your tax return, you're going to be able to see exactly how much of a deduction you can get, okay? Anything that's ordinary and necessary to your business, that's an expense, that is going to be a business write-off for your business, okay? Section 162A in the Internal Revenue Code, in the tax code, that's one of my favorite codes because that's how you're able to play a part of the IRS's game, but also to your benefit. So that's why you want to know exactly where your money's going, how much you paid, and to what, so that you can get as much deductions as possible legally. And now we're going to talk about why you want to have an accountant on your side. So this could be in-house, depending on, what your business structure is looking like, depending on if you can afford it, or it could be something that's outsourced. I would say either way, tap in with a professional, okay? A professional really is someone that's going to make sure that you have everything in order, and somebody that's going to, basically be a team player, whether they're in-house or outsourced. Of course, do your due diligence and select the right one for you, but connect with an accountant, okay? So what your accountant should be doing is, I say both your bookkeeping and taxes. You really can't have one without the other because they go hand in hand, obviously. And what they should be doing is making sure your books are cleaned, making sure your financial reports are accurate. And once it comes to, file your taxes, making sure that that is filed properly. Okay. So that's why, accurate numbers bring about more tax deductions just, naturally, because sometimes you might not even be aware of what you spent money on. But once you have, oh, wow, your financial reports, you look at them and you're saying, wow, I didn't know I paid this much towards business travel, or I didn't know I paid this much towards insurance. And, that's something that's really needed when you do file your taxes. So work with an accountant, tap in with one. My accounting firm, D. Howard and Associates, offers free consultations. So we like to do this mainly because we like to tap in with other business owners and even just, answer some questions very quickly, okay? If we're not the right firm for you, we can at least point you in the right direction. But tap in with an accountant, see if they offer free consultations to answer your questions. And we'd be happy to, answer anybody's questions, whether you want to leave one in the comment section or, go to our website, dhowardandassociates.com or dhowardassociates.com. We have both websites. But, that's where you can also set up a free consultation for you and your business. But that's really what I would like to talk about in this first video. I'm usually, short form content 100%. But for anybody who needs something that's broken down in a more detailed manner, hopefully this could help out. All right. More videos are coming very soon. This is something that I wanted to just put out there to talk about the importance of both bookkeeping and taxes and how they go hand in hand. And I hope this helps somebody out. All right. Make sure to like this video if it helped you out. Also subscribe because we do have some more videos on the way. I'm very excited to get that out to everybody on this platform so that more business owners can know the importance of how to have accurate finances to better your business and also to help you save time and money. All right. So I enjoy talking about this. This is one of my favorite topics. And like, comment, share, and subscribe for more videos. And I will talk to you guys later.